Hello everyone, hello, happy Saturday, hope you're doing okay. Yes, welcome to Chocolo Roberto's, Easter goodie special, I guess. We've done a few, did maybe one or two Easter specials in the past, this year at least anyway. But this one's a bit more of just a normal general one of sort of like the typical Easter goodies you might get around in the supermarkets, things like this. These sort of, I don't know, rabbit-shaped concoctions from various various brands, or just mini eggs and things like that, or just, well, not mini eggs, but sort of bigger eggs essentially that are filled with other stuff. So we'll go and see how we get on with those. Hopefully you enjoy those. And yeah, and hi there, Adriana, how are you doing? All right, great to see you. Yes, you didn't miss a thing. Yeah, good to see you. Glad you're doing okay. How are you doing? I hope everything's all right, and I hope you're having some good chocolate antics at your end as well today. Yeah, so as I say, kind of basically today just doing, it's pretty much, I don't know, you can see, well, here's an example. I might do this, I'll do this first, but here's the sort of thing you might get around Easter time, like this sort of M&Ms bunny shenanigan. I think is he trying to be dressed as a bunny? I think nothing sinister going on, but there we go. But there you go. So basically, and you can hear it's got I think it's probably mini M&Ms inside it. So we've got a couple of those to do and just some mini eggs, things like that. So it should be quite an interesting one. I had a few. In the end, I was thinking, what should I review? Will I have enough to do and stuff like that? And I ended up having, enough for probably 2 videos really, actually. I could have split it up as well. I thought, I'm doing related products in the same review. I was thinking maybe I should split them up and do them separately and things like this. And I kind of decided that probably wouldn't be a good idea because then you couldn't compare them as well and stuff like that. Maybe swings and roundabouts, but that's what I thought I'd do. I thought I'd do them in the same thing as well in the end. Yes, I just ate some caramel cold brew M&Ms. Caramel cold brew, what's that? So that's some kind of, I don't know, I don't even know what that is. What's caramel? Yeah, don't have that in the UK, I don't believe, unless it's a term I'm not familiar with. But interesting, sounds very nice. Yeah, how were they? Ah dear, but yes, so yeah, don't know. Basically, long story short, is not reviewing an actual Easter egg today, but I think in a couple of weeks' time for the actual Easter special, which will be 2 weeks today. I think I'll be doing an actual massive, probably a Hotel Chocolat Easter egg. I think so. Should be a good one. That one should be good. Yeah. So what should we start with? I think let's start with yes, these Aero milk and white mini eggs. Why not? So you can see the sort of half and half there. At least look half and half. I think they might be. I don't know, I think they're really just mainly this sort of white filling, and one half of which is coated in the chocolate and the other half is coated in like a cream colour. So they're not actually white chocolate. It says milk and white, and you might think that's white chocolate, but it isn't actually. If you look on the ingredients on the back, it says an aerated vanilla flavour centre with a half milk chocolate, half white shell. So it still doesn't say white chocolate. And it says milk chocolate contains cocoa solids 25% minimum. Milk solids 14% minimum. Motor fats and digital cocoa butter. There's no talk of white chocolate there at all, so there's no white chocolate in this. And it's something to look out for because they often, well, Nestle especially, don't do white. Have a lot of these products that isn't actually white chocolate. So it's an interesting one. So it's got palm fat in there. That's good for children under 4 years old. Yes, Cocoa Plan. Nestle Cocoa Plan. So obviously, yes, building a bubblier future with Aero. It says. Okay. 70-gram pack. Vintage and happy. 8 eggs is 1 serving. We've got 400 grams, 536 calories, 29.6 grams of fat, 17.7 of which are saturates. And put 8 eggs, 128 calories, 7.1 grams of fat, 4.2 of which are saturates. I reckon that's, yeah, so that's probably about a third. There's probably about 24 of them in the pack, I reckon. Yes. Cold brew is mainly a coffee that's made and served cold. Oh, okay, right, I see. And you had M&Ms with it as well. Do you mean... well, yeah, I see it. Well, let's find what you said next. I've heard many things about these. How good are they? Well, we're about to find out. Yes. They look good enough, though, don't they? They really do look good enough. Yeah, so I guess is that sort of like a special cold drink that's M&Ms flavoured then? Or did you actually, I don't know, eat M&Ms cold? Is that from the freezer or the fridge or something? Yeah, interesting. Sounds very nice, whatever it was. Yeah, I think these look pretty interesting. We've also got the mint ones coming up in a bit, so similar fare. It's mint, peppermint. There we go, yes. I like the design on this, like the mint one's got a sort of nice bunny rabbit ears going on in the background. I think previously they weren't mini eggs either. I'm sure previously they were, I can't remember what they were called. Well, I think they were just spherical actually. Don't know, yeah. Those snow bubbles I think around Christmas time, things like that. It's a new flavour, right? Well, I wonder if we'll get them in the UK because I don't believe we have that term like cold brew for like a cold coffee. Yeah, maybe we do, and maybe I'm just not familiar. I've not heard it before. Well, but I guess I've heard the term before, but not applied in that context. So, yeah, interesting. Well, maybe we'll get it. Hopefully, yes. If I find aero, these will be my choice. Yeah, there's some good aero products out, but some, some middling ones, and some, perhaps could be a lot better. Really. So we'll see how these ones get on. Yeah, so let's see. Have we got the old camera up? Hopefully, we have. Yes, we have. Yes, we are. There we go. Look at that. There we go. Okay, so let's give them a bit of an open then. Let's pour them out, see how we've got. I reckon 24, so see, maybe we'll have 16. I've said 24. Let's have a look. Mind you, I don't know, yeah, maybe. So they look pretty good, although, I don't know, they're that typical thing where they're not really egg-shaped, they're rugby ball shaped or American football shaped, I should say. They look like capsules, don't they, in a way. Yeah, so interesting. All right, let's see how many we've got. Maybe we've got 16. Looks more like 16 than 24, that's for sure. Let's have a check. We've got 8 there. Maybe halfway between it, just like this 20. So there we go, yes. Oh, so we've got halfway. All right, so yep, so there's rolling all over the place, impossible to keep track of them. So there's 8 there. Another 8 here. And another 4 at the bottom. There we go, so yeah. So 20 there, so I was in between, so I was almost right. I was 2 right, wasn't I? Okay, let's give this a bit of a measure then. So assuming they're all quite uniform, well they are quite uniform really, so we'll, sure there might be slight differences, but about 2.4. The width at the centre. And 1.7. So there we go. So they look pretty good, I must say, they do look pretty nice, but not really eggs, as I say, which kind of does irritate me a bit, but there we go. Alright, let's give them a bit of a chop then. We'll chop down the, rather than down the centre, we'll actually chop the other way. Alright, there we go. Yeah, so you can see there, the chocolate coating is really, very, very sort of skin deep, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's almost a little dip. They've basically been dipped in half sort of milk chocolate and half vanilla flavour, filling. So you can see the bubbles there as well. Yeah, not massive bubbles, but bubbles all the same. More bubbles in the. Oh, yeah, not bad. Quite small bubbles. Not bad. Not bad. Interesting. Yes, it looks like a Kinder Mini egg mixed with a Maltese. Well, there you go. Yeah, it's probably a good description actually. That. But yeah, an interesting one. I mean, obviously it is like a sort of chocolatey sort of centre. It's not crunchy. Yeah, basically. But obviously, yeah, the texture is the similar. It's sort of aerated like a Malteser. Yes, I see what you're saying. Yeah. But yeah, no crunchiness one. But no, let's say not really white chocolate. I don't really know what it really is. I mean, is it chocolate based? Maybe it is. Yeah. I'm not sure. Let's give it a taste and find out what it's like. So let's do it. Interesting. There's a bit of a strange taste to it actually. I must say it's quite. I don't know if it's vanilla-like or it's quite milky, but yeah, very very peculiar flavour actually. Interesting flavour. It's not unpleasant, but it's a very sort of creamy, milky flavour. It's very interesting. Very quite soft in the middle as well. I don't think you really get any real sense of the aerations in there. It just melts in the mouth. It's just quite creamy, really, all in all. Okay, you don't really get much of a milk chocolate taste, but I guess it's there sort of, but it's certainly not. It's certainly more about the vanilla flavour, I think, than anything else. To be honest with you, it's not too bad. They're just a bit. I don't know. They're just okay, really. I don't think they're going to blow you away. They're not really, I don't know. They're all right. They're all right. Yes, the centre looks crunchy, but it's soft. Yes, yeah. Basically, it's very similar to in sort of structure, I guess you'd say, to a Maltese, like you say, but basically, yeah, it is sort of milk. It's like chocolate for all intents and purposes, but it's not labelled as white chocolate, so presumably it doesn't have enough whatever to make it be referred to as white chocolate. I'm not really sure. As I say, there's a funny one, but there's the ingredients there, but it's basically also milky ingredients. I guess it probably is a very, I don't know, a white chocolate that can't really be called white chocolate because there's not enough cocoa butter in it or something like that. I think that's the gist of it. Yeah. So it's like vanilla milk or plain white chocolate. Yeah, it doesn't really taste of white chocolate really. It tastes more like a sort of vanilla. It tastes more like a sort of milky vanilla flavour really. But I guess it is kind of not a million miles away from white chocolate as far as the texture and the, a sort of taste is concerned. But it's more of a milky vanilla-y taste, which is what it's labelled as. So it does come across that way, to be honest with you. And you don't really get much of a taste of the milk chocolate. I mean, I guess it's there slightly, but yeah. Don't know. But I feel like there's a bit of a ridge. I don't know if it's. I feel, yeah, maybe not. I think it is just dipped half and half. I think because it's not perfect in all cases. So yeah, so they're all right. All in all, they're okay. I mean, I don't dislike them. I think it's quite difficult to sort of taste the milk chocolate insofar as because of the fact also that it's, it's overlaid with the or the milk chocolate's on top of a sort of creamy vanilla centre as well. So it's almost impossible really to specifically target the milk chocolate taste. So it's an interesting one. Hi Andrew, yeah, I was just saying about that, those snow bubbles before Christmas. The snow bubbles were oval shaped instead of spherical, yes. Hope you're doing alright Andrew, good to see you. Yeah, how's things going for you today? But yeah, basically, yeah, that's the gist of it. Interesting that, as you say, oval shaped as well, not egg shaped, which I don't know, I'm not sure what to make of that. These are better, more egg shaped than ones I've seen. Because yeah, it's a funny one, that, isn't it? Can you see that one there, the way it's, interesting that sort of stripe on the inside there. Don't know why that's happened. Must have been dripped somehow across it. Yeah. Maybe when it's been dipped in here, it's on the milk chocolate one, it's dripped down or something. Oh, interesting. Yeah, interesting. Yes. I think they just put the milk chocolate there for decoration, really. Yeah, well, this is it. Well, it certainly is more of a decoration than anything else because you can't really taste it. It's certainly overpowered by anything else. I don't know why they bother, really. I don't know. Yeah, I just feel like they shouldn't. Just why do it? I don't understand it. Yeah. Well, I guess as you say, if you might like the look of it or whatever. For me, it doesn't really do much for me. I don't think, and I think it kind of It feels to me like it should be a bit more interesting than it is. I feel like if it was truly half and half, it would actually be a bit more interesting. Maybe not quite as nice because Nestle milk chocolate tends to not be that great. I'm not a big fan of Aero milk chocolate, but I feel like it then would at least be what you think it would be. Yeah, so there you go. Mint Terror is always lovely though. We're going to do the mint one shortly. Also, M&S eggs in the thumbnail are very nice in my opinion. Something to look forward to. Yeah, I've got to, we'll give those a try as well. Basically, yeah, should be quite nice. Well, they look nice anyway, that's for sure. I've not had them before. So the full-size Milky Bar egg in Asda today. First year they've done one. Yeah, maybe you've seen about that. I've still not seen it, I don't think. I've been looking out for it, but I'm not. Don't think I've seen it. I saw the Smarty ones they did. That Crunchy-licious one, whatever it's called. Seems mid-tier. It is pretty much like that. I feel like it's okay. They're okay, Adriana, yeah, but they are a bit like that. I think the gist of it is that they have quite a nice vanilla-y taste. They're not too bad. They're quite refreshing, and I feel like even now I'm saying that I'd expect them to have more of a milk chocolate presence and be literally half and half. I feel like actually that wouldn't be as good because Aero, Nestle milk chocolate just isn't nice enough really, I don't think. But nonetheless, I still feel like it should have that. I feel like they're pretty good. Not really white chocolate, not really milk chocolate, so not really much of anything, but they're just a reasonably nice taste. They're quite nice consistency. The actual, to sort of feel them on the outside is quite, I won't say plasticky, but it's not going to melt in your hands anytime soon. It's a bit of a funny texture on the outside. I think for me these ones are about a 3.5. I'm going to say 3.5 out of 5. I think I quite enjoy them. I think they're quite nice. I feel like they're quite just a nice, a nice sort of treat to have. I don't think they're going to blow your socks off though by any means. But yes, there we go. We'll try the mint ones next. Andrew's a big fan of these ones. I'm not the biggest mint fan in the world. I'm a bit more selective with my mint products. I don't like all of them. So like for instance, like last week for instance, well the week before, whenever it was, when we did the After Eight special, it's been After Eights I'm quite a big fan of. I do think they work quite well, but generally I don't tend to go for mint products generally. So we'll see. So they have to be something a bit special for me to enjoy them more, I think. Yes. And they brought them out, yes, for the year that Mondelez have discontinued the Cadbury egg and spoons after 10 years. Yeah, there's 10 egg and spoon. I remember, yeah, that's a good point. I've seen another company doing those. I was never that big of a fan of them. I like the concept of them. I think they were quite good fun. But they were always a bit sort of like it was a creamy centre, I think, for me. It was just a bit, yeah. One of those. Not my favourite centres, really. Now there, Jen. It's been a long time. How are you doing? Yes, not doing too bad. I hope you're doing okay. Easter treats. You can't go wrong with them, can you? Can't go wrong. What's your Easter antics going for this year, Jen? Have you what eggs have you hoping to get, or have got, or treating yourself to? I hope you're doing all right, Jen. It's good to see you. Yes, and I'll be biased about those M&M things because I like Mars chocolate. Yeah, do I like Mars? It's a difficult one. Again, it's a difficult one. I feel like it's. I don't mind it really. I don't think it's the best on its own. If you thought of that, what's the best Mars chocolate? I don't think I would, or the best chocolate. I don't think I would sort of say that, but I do quite enjoy their products generally. So yeah, artificial type thing. As in the outside shell. It was a bit. Well, it wasn't a shell as such, but it just feels a bit. You know, it doesn't melt in your fingers. Basically, put it that way. It's a bit of a funny one. Yeah. All right. Yes. Let's try the mint ones. And quite a green look to these. I was saying in the past that basically it has been mainland Europe. I think that green tends to be the colour of hazelnuts, but in the UK green is mint. But I think in mainland Europe mint is white and red stripes basically. So it's interesting that difference. That tends to be anyway. So there you go, mini eggs. There we are. So pretty much similar to these ones. I think that basically it's just different colours basically. They're just coloured rather than it be flavoured with vanilla and coloured white. They've coloured it green in this case. So an aerated peppermint flavoured centre with a half milk chocolate, half peppermint flavoured shell. There we go. Milk chocolate taste, milk size 40% minimum, and vegetable fat in addition to cocoa water. So palm fat again. Right, so yeah, it says milk size 40% minimum. Oh, it says, I feel like it said something else in the other one. Yeah, it says cocoa size 25% minimum in the other one, but it doesn't say cocoa size in this one, I don't think. Yeah, interesting. You can see that there. This one. Cocoa size 25% minimum, milk size 40% minimum. It doesn't say the cocoa size in this case. I don't know why that is. That's interesting. Yeah, alright. Not suitable for children under 4. So per 8 eggs, 128 calories, 7.1 grams of fat, 4.2 which are saturates. And per 100 grams, 534 calories, 29.6 grams of fat, 17.7 which are saturates. I think that's the same. 534. Let's have a look. Oh no, slightly different. 536 in this one. 29.6, 17.7. But the fat is the same. So 2 more calories. Yes. In this one per 100 grams. So in the white one. So there we go. Yeah. I mean, it's green on the inside. You could be right there. You could be right. I think you're probably right there, Adriana. I think you probably have hit the nail on the head there. Yes. We've got Nestle Cocoa Plan as well here, and also the Rainforest Lights, which you want to have as well. So there we go. All right, let's have a see. Where's my? Yes, there we go. Okay. So will we get 20 in this one as well? Let's have a look. I'd like to think it's consistent. I mean, I think it's the same weightage. I assume it is 70 grams. It should be the same. If it's not the same, then it can't weigh. Well, one of them's not. It'll be close to 70 grams or whatever. There we go. Yes. There we are. Right. So look, the colour's quite nice. See the contrast. I'll show you a contrasting colour of the one in a minute. But let's see how many have we got. There's I'm going to roll all over the place again, so I have to be quick. There's 8 there, I believe. Yes. And 6 there. I have more slightly in this case. Oh no, maybe not. I think we got the same actually, which is good. There's 8 there, 8 there, and another 4. Yes, so we do have 20 again. So interesting. That interesting. Has been quite consistent. We'll give them a quick measure then, just in case someone's been in isolation. So let's have a see. I think it should be roughly the same. Okay, 2.5, 2.4, 2.5 in the width or length. The width about 1.7. So I think it roughly seems about the same. And you can see the contrast here. You got the 2 different types. A bit darker in hand. It looks on, at least on my screen anyway. There we go. Yep, so quite similar. Right, let's give one a bit of a chop. I think we know what to expect. I think Adriana hit the nail on the head there, but we'll do it a vertical chop. Okay, there we go. There we are. So again, similar affair, just slightly, just coloured green this time. So I think I don't know. I think they've just not added the vanilla flavour, presumably, and just added mint flavour. There we go. It seems to be quite similar, really. think that's what you'd expect, though. Yes. Mars chocolate's basically almost Galaxy. See, the only Easter eggs they do use actually Galaxy for are the Galaxy ones. Yeah, surprisingly, but I do like the regular chocolate too. I do like Galaxy chocolate. Yeah, I mean, I think we mentioned this before. It's very nice and so any real sort of, I'd say, sort of relatively creamy chocolate that I do specifically like. But yeah, I don't know if yeah, I've always it's never stood out to be too much Mars chocolate, but you know, in such a way that Galaxy does or what have you. But I do quite like the M&Ms bars, things like that. Although I do wish that they were a bit more. I don't know. Yeah, sometimes the way they do the ingredients on them is my problem with them rather than the chocolate itself. So don't worry, but I thought it was a darker shade. It is darker in hand, I would say. It feels like it is anyway. I don't know. I'll say the camera, what the colorations are on the camera things is it's hard to gauge, isn't it? Really, but yeah, it is darker in hand. I think it's just because of the fact that all the lights are making it look quite light, but it is quite dark in hand. Well, there's the pack. Yeah. But yeah, it is a bit darker in hand. It's just the light, maybe, but I don't know. Hard to say. Speaking of Galaxy, the eggs are finally in season. Have you seen them now? Have you got not the Galaxy mini eggs or the full sized eggs? So yeah, have you seen? Have you got them? I think got some of the mini ones around. I think yeah, but I've got well, I'm not getting a full size one. I think this year I've got too many other eggs to get basically. So there we go. Well, too many eggs already. So we'll see. But yeah, I don't think I'll be able to get one this year. Just can't fit them all in. Fitted too much in already, I think. All right, let's give this a taste. It's quite I mean, it's what you'd probably expect it to be. Really, it's quite a sort of typical mint. It's not too strong. It's quite nice. Quite sort of creamy again, which actually works quite well with the mint. I think actually, I think it does work quite well actually. Just I just put that one back together. I must I'll show you that. I was just getting distracted by the appearance of that. I quite like that. It was quite good. In fact, if they came like that, that'd be quite interesting, wouldn't it? But yeah, it's quite nice. This actually, I feel like it's quite a subtle mint. I'm not usually a massive mint area fan. It doesn't normally be one that I go for, but not too bad. This. Actually, quite it's not bad. It's quite subtle as far as the mint's concerned, but it's definitely there. It looks good as well. I do quite like the look of these. I feel like it's, let's say again, quite creamy, but I think it quite works quite well with this. I feel like it really complements the mint quite well, actually. I think again, it's not too bad. I think obviously it's one of those where you've got to like mint. You've got to, if you don't like mint, I don't think you're gonna like this. I don't know if it's something I would really, go out and way to sort of to get really. I know some people really like mint aeros and things like this, and it's a popular brand and things. It's not my. I mean, I think Aero generally for me is not my favourite chocolate brand really. I don't know why it is. I'm not sure. It just never really. It just isn't really. I don't know why. But no, having said all that, I do quite enjoy these. These are quite nice. I think they're just. I don't know. They're not blowing me away, if you know what I mean. It's just something. They're just quite typical, really. I think you'd say a typical mint chocolate taste. But I do quite like them. But there's no sort of. There's nothing bowling me over here, so I don't know. Maybe it's just one of those where the X factor for me just doesn't. I just don't have it in these with these. I just can't see it in these products. But I know some people do really like them. I think Andrew was saying before, I really likes them. I think for me they're pretty nice. I think I like a bit more, probably a bit more interesting than the other ones. But I feel like for me the mint flavour doesn't really carry it. Doesn't give it any extra oomph that it probably would do for other people. It's okay. It's just quite a typical mint flavour, really. Usually in these things, you usually get orange and mint, and the orange ones are usually the ones I go for over the mint ones, by which I mean such as like matchmakers or clubs or something like that. So for me, it's not too bad though. I think tempting to slightly give it a bit higher. I feel like it's probably just slightly more interesting because of the mint flavour. I think just about maybe. Teeter on the edge of being a 3.5 to a 4. I think I might go, yeah. I think I'll say a 4 out of 5. I think it's just quite nice. I think the flavours just work quite well together, and the textures, well, just the flavours rather. Sorry, the creaminess of it works well with the mint, I would say. So not too bad actually. But closer to a 3.5 than a 4.5 for me, I think. But I enjoyed that. Yeah, I think the other one's. I mean, strangely enough, the other one is. I think I'd like the other one just as much, but I think this one's just got a bit more about it, a bit more interesting. I think I like the way that the cream and the mint, or the creamy sort of flavour, works with the mint. I think it actually works quite well. Yeah. Just the mini, yes. I don't think it was the giant. We call it Dove here. Ah, yes, okay, yes. Yeah, I think in mainland Europe they call them Dove as well. It's a funny one, isn't it, that? I don't know, it's a strange... Basically, Dove in the UK is a soap. You know, I don't know if... Presumably you don't have that soap in the US. But, yeah, it's a funny one. I don't know. It's a strange name for a chocolate, I find, Dove. But it's just maybe just because it's, you know, just used to it being called Galaxy. But Galaxy is quite a good name. I quite like the name Galaxy. And it's quite a sort of well-known brand here as well. So, you know. You don't really care for mint chocolate. Only exception is York. York, eh? What's that one then? Is that a US bar? I've not heard of that one before. We don't have that soap in the US, I see. That's probably why maybe a voice confusion. I'm sure there's brands with the same names and stuff like that cover, you know, you'd think anyway, but obviously I'm sure they try and avoid it. Maybe that's why, well, I don't know which came first, the soap or the chocolate, to be honest with you. I'm not too sure. I'm sure the chocolate's been around for quite some time. But I guess when I was younger, I was more interested in chocolate than soap, that's for sure. Peppermint patty, I see. I don't. Yeah, interesting. I've not heard of that before. Yeah, interesting. I have to. Yeah, don't know. I'll have to look out. I'll have to look into that. I've not heard of that bar before, or what have you. I don't know where. Yeah. Isn't that a character from yeah, Peanuts though as well? I'm sure it is. Oh dear. Yes. Base of the chocolate on Maltesers and the M&Ms bars is Mars chocolate. It's like it's like one rung below Galaxy, the same way that Cadbury don't always use dairy milk for their products. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yes, interesting that. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I feel like I definitely don't feel like I ever have a bad experience with Mars chocolate. You know, as in I don't feel like the chocolate's not good enough or anything like that. You know, yes. Your peppermint patty is a very good one. Right, I'll have to. I see. I've never heard of it before. I'll have to listen. Maybe. Oh, hang on. Let's see. Jen's from the US, so yes, your patties are like after eights. Ah, okay, right, I see. Ah, okay, right, interesting. Okay, I guess I can understand why they're called that now, patties or what have you, because it's a bit like a sort of, yeah, or the shape or what have you. Are these well, not spherical but circular? Is that the difference, or are they square? Interesting that, right? I've not heard them before. I'll have to, well, I don't know. Yeah, I'll have to look in. I'll see. Let's have a look. See if I can find them. Let's have a see. Okay, yeah, all right. Yeah, so they are spherical. Yeah, interesting. I wonder. We probably have something similar-ish in the UK. I think, but I don't know. Maybe the more solid mint. Yeah, circular and thicker. Interesting. Yeah, interesting. I feel like we have something similar-ish in the UK, but like not really a big name brand product. Probably like one of these you can just get at a supermarket or something. It's just a, you know, an own brand stuff or something like that. But interesting, yeah. Probably closest what we'd have, possibly a bit closer, is maybe the Fry's mint cream centres, what have you, maybe as a regular thing. But I'm sure you can get little spherical or circular chocolates with that sort of fondant cream centre, fondant mint centre. Interesting. I hadn't heard them before. Interesting. Yeah, I'll have to keep an eye out. I don't know if you ever, you know, I'm sure, are they quite similar to After Eights in taste, Jen? Is it really just generally the same thing, or is it the thickness and things make all the difference? Interesting, then. Right, yeah, I'll probably save, yeah, in fact, let's do these. Go on, let's have a look at these. So we've got these extra gooey caramel eggs from M&S Food, or M&S Marks and Spencer's. Milk and blonde chocolate filled with a vanilla and caramel centre. Yeah, okay, look at that. So I had a little egg box, which is quite nice. Looks to be an actual size egg box as well, which I do prefer. I don't like it when they, you know, I know it's one of those where, you know, I like the attempt, but I don't like it when they come in like an egg box and it's not actually an egg box size, like the Tony's Chocolonely mini eggs. They come in like a little mini egg box, and it's quite interesting, I guess, but they're too small really for actual eggs. So I like it when it's like this. So what have we got here? Anything of interest? Got the nut allergy thing. Looks more like a seal of approval rather than a warning. So 400 grams, 517 calories. 31.1 grams of fat, 19.7 of which are saturates. And we've got some other shavings going on here. Palm oil in there. There we go. Right, milk chocolate says cocoa size 30% minimum. Ooh, cracky, that's not bad. Milk size 20% minimum. White chocolate taste, milk solids, 29% minimum. The milk solids are quite, yeah, interesting, quite high percentages there, but I don't really know. Yeah, one of those where I've never quite registered what I prefer solid wise and milk solid wise and cocoa solids wise and stuff like that. I need to try and work that out for myself, I think. Similar in taste, but your peppermint patties have a much thicker inside. After eights have a stronger peppermint taste though. Ah, see, so it swings and roundabouts then. Interesting that, yeah. It's funny is nowadays, you'd think if it was thicker it'd have more of a peppermint taste, but I guess they've just put less flavour in, I guess. Yeah, interesting though that. I'll say, yeah, I guess they just, yeah, they're the same thing basically, aren't they? I'm sure they sort of tick the same boxes and are used in the same instances and stuff like that. Interesting that, yeah, interesting. All right, let's have a look at these then. This one is 2 different eggs in here. Maybe a bit messy maybe, so we'll see. We've got a mint going on. Okay, all right. Okay, so that's 160 grams by the way. So presumably the 40 grams each. There's 4 eggs. Okay. Well, I say I quite like the box. It doesn't really, strangely enough though, it isn't an egg box material. You know what I mean? It's something else. I can only see the fibre on there, whatever. That's not normal. I don't know if M&S have special boxes for their eggs. It's just weird how, you know, why not just make it an egg, an actual, you know, the same, made out of the same stuff. I don't know. Let's just protect it better or something. Yeah, look at that. Different little this little paper case as well. Okay, so we get 4 of these. Like a strange crack at the top as well. Interesting. All right. So you can see some of them have got like belly buttons. For want of a better term, I guess where they've been the filling pumped in. Interesting. Some of them are sort of innies, some of them are outies. There we go. Yeah. There's that crack at the top, which is quite similar to what Andrew was saying before with the those sort of egg and spoons that yeah, Cadbury used to do. That, yeah, been discontinued it seems this year, which is a shame. Yeah, they had like a similar thing as well. So you can't really, I mean, in a case you could bite it off maybe the easiest way to do it. They look pretty good, don't they? Look quite nice. So you can see the blonde ones as well. They're quite heavy as well. You know, they feel quite hefty. Yeah, they really do. So I probably might just do is bite the top off rather than cut them. They're quite thick as well, so I might just do that. I don't know, maybe I'll cut them. Don't know, we'll see. Let's give a bit of a measure and show it. Where's the old apparatus? Here we go. They look quite good, these actually. They feel substantial, you know, they really do have a bit of heft to them. Let's have a look. Roughly about 5 centimetres tall. Well, maybe not, so it's getting smaller all the time. 5.8, 5.8, 5.9. And the width, this centre, 3.5. Interesting. All right, yeah, interesting. So how best to go at this? I don't know. Maybe I'll just bite into them. I'm not sure really. Difficult one. I feel like it's just going to be a massive mess if I cut them in half. Maybe I'll cut one in half so we can see what it's kind of like. Let's try that, shall we? I'm going to regret it, but let's see if we can do it. Quite thick. Ooh, there we go. All right, interesting. Maybe it's a good thing that I chopped it, because look at that. It's weird, isn't it? It's like got a strange egg centre sort of affair. I thought it was just going to be solid caramel, but you can see there that it's interesting. Like a sort of fondant inside. I don't really know what that is. What is it described as? What's the what does it say? It doesn't really say, does it? It must say somewhere what they are. Oh, here we go. There we are. Okay. Milk and blonde chocolate filled with a vanilla and caramel centre. Okay, so it does have a vanilla-y centre. All right, interesting. Okay, looks very nice. It's got that sort of creamy centre. Okay. Maybe we'll should cut it in half again just to see if we can. Okay, so you can see there. That's basically sort of how far. It's more vanilla than caramel, I think you'd say, for sure. All right. Bit messy. Okay, let's give this one a taste. Then let's give it a go. Let's do it. Wow. The middle of the egg really does melt in the mouth. It's very creamy. The caramel's quite I sort of refer to as sort of like a a sort of burnt sort of caramel taste. You know, it's not like a buttery caramel. It's quite a sort of bitter caramel. It's interesting. It's not blowing me away. Basically, they're all right. I think the problem with them for me is that they're very, I don't know. What am I not too keen on them? Don't dislike them by any means, by the way, by that sort of way that sounded. But they're sort of very, I don't know. I feel like the chocolate's quite, as I say, the chocolate is a kind of typical sort of Belgian-y chocolate. It's got a good crack to it though. It's very quite thick, but I feel like it's the vanilla centre for me that's the problem. It's just a bit too creamy. Yeah, just to coin a phrase I usually have. It's just a bit too much. I don't know. I feel like the chocolate's quite creamy, anyway. And I don't mind that actually. I feel like there's not enough of it to be too much. But I feel like then you've got so much of that centre in the egg. That it's just a bit too much. I think the caramel's not too bad. I feel like that's probably about proportion just about right really. It's quite sort of bitter, quite sort of burnt caramel taste. But it's probably just about the right amount of that really. I feel like it's just, I don't know. I'm not sure. I think it's just down to, individuals. Well, not individual. Yeah, I think it's down to your own taste, I think, unfortunately, with this one specifically. It's just whether you like that vanilla centre or not. And for me, it's just too much of it. I don't know what I'd replace it with, to be honest with you. I feel like maybe something like, I don't know, maybe like an aerated chocolate, something like a softer mousse or a truffly centre, I think would probably work. I feel like if it was just the caramel, there'd be too much of the caramel, because the caramel's quite a sort of bitter caramel. I think if it was just fully caramel in the centre, there'd be too much of that. I feel like they've done the right thing to try and put something else in, and I guess it does look a bit like an egg. You could say that's why they've done it. So I think, obviously if it was something else, it might not work. But if it was a sort of white chocolate, I think that would be good. They could have done that really, and I think that would be better, like an aerated chocolate as a smooth truffly centre. I think that's what they should have done for me, some way or another. So I think that's the problem for me. It's okay. I don't dislike them. So the average chocolate, 3 out of 5, is a nice chocolate experience. I think this one's something like that. Yeah, I mean, there's almost too much of that vanilla for me, but it's not too bad. I think the fact there's so many other things going on, it's not too bad. But I don't know. Yeah, I quite like the chocolate. I said the chocolate's nice. It's proportioned well enough. It is quite a creamy chocolate, but there's the right amount of it for me. It's just the right thickness and the right amount of it, and it's not bad. But it's that vanilla centre, I think. So I think for me, yeah, 2.5 I think the fact it looks quite nice, and I think the fact I like the effort they've done, and I feel it's just about proportioned okay for the most part. It's just that vanilla. So I think for me, rather than 2.5, I think it's just about 3 out of 5, that one. They're not too bad at all. But I feel like, I don't know. I feel like it's just that vanilla centre is not my favourite. But let's see what the blonde chocolate one's like. Let's put that one away. Now I think I might just bite into it. I don't know. We'll chop it in half, see if there's any difference between this one and the other one. In fact, I'll show you me doing that. Why not? That'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? Okay. You can't see much, but there we go. Right. There we go. Okay, so it's the same difference. They've just covered the top with the score away. They've just covered it in blonde chocolate instead. In fact, you can really kind of see the way it's modular as far as the topping is concerned. And there you go. So again, we're going to have the same problem here. It just all depends on the blonde chocolate, doesn't it? I think. Let's give this a go. It's a nice blonde chocolate, though, has to be said. Yeah, the blonde chocolate's very nice. It really actually works quite well. Actually, I was thinking it wouldn't work very well. I thought it'd be too. What with the caramel centre and the cream vanilla centre, but it actually works quite well with it all. Actually, the vanilla centre again melts in the mouth. I feel like the blonde chocolate in this case, because it's got a stronger taste to it, I feel like it does differentiate itself quite well, and also tones down the vanilla centre quite a lot. Actually, it does quite a lot, and it works quite well. It complements it a bit more. Actually, the blonde ones are a lot better. it just works a lot better together. So that vanilla centre, and to the fact also where you couldn't really, even the caramel was a bit sort of toned down as well, which is quite interesting. So basically, it all brought it all together actually. This is a lot better. The blonde one's a lot nicer. It really sort of works together with all the different ingredients, as I say, the vanilla centre and the caramel. Even though it's quite a burnt caramel, it was quite strong and rich in your one, but in this one it's toned back a bit because the blonde chocolate's quite rich as well. This is a lot nicer, this one. A lot nicer. Hi there, Cupie. It's been some time again, yes. Well, I saw you Wednesday actually, didn't I? But great to see you, Cupie. How else things go for you today? Yeah. What are you up to? What are you up to? Did it taste like Cadbury eggs? No, not really, Jen. No, it's not the same. Basically, it's like a vanilla flavour centre. So it's the Cadbury eggs, the cream eggs, I'm assuming you mean. They're like, they're sort of like a sugary centre, aren't they? It's like a sugar paste almost or something. I don't know how you describe it. What do you describe it? Like a fondant, sugar cream fondant centre, I guess you'd say. Something like that, sugar fondant centre. This is like a vanilla cream, basically. So you imagine, yeah, what can I say? What's it similar to? It's almost a bit, yeah, it's almost like when, it's just like sort of, I don't know really what I could describe it as really. What's it similar to being like? It's almost like a sort of milk cream scent you get in some chocolate products. Almost like a bit like the Aero chocolate almost, to an extent, sort of. But a bit more sort of liquidy in the mouth, I guess you'd say. Yeah, so it's not really the same. I say it's more of a sort of melty in the mouth vanilla cream, basically. Yeah. So yeah, not sort of sugary, just like creamy, basically. Yeah. And you're good, thank you. Yes, just wait for my family to come down. How are you? Oh, that's nice. You're having a good day. Yeah, that'll be a good day. Nice day with your family. That sounds nice. I'm not too bad, thank you. Not too bad. Yeah, basically, eating far too much at the moment. I'm just, yeah, that's my problem at the moment. So I'm hoping. I've been saying this for a couple of weeks now. I need to start cutting down, basically. So my plan is hopefully it'll probably realistically be after Easter, won't it? I guess what with all the eggs and things and the chocolate. But I'm hoping to cut down really now. Yeah. But other than that, I'm doing fine, thank you. Yes, not doing too bad. Yeah. So these ones, I'm very impressed with these ones actually. These ones are very nice indeed. I feel like the flavours just really complement each other very well. The textures are really nice. I've got hair in my eye. Yeah, very nice this one. The blonde chocolate, as I say, is quite nice. Yeah, rich caramelly milk chocolate. I mean, what does it describe it as? This is blonde chocolate, doesn't it? I think there's some description at the bottom there. What it says. White chocolate says milk size 29% minimum. It's quite nice. It's just it's a lovely, blonde chocolate actually. I must say, it's just really nice. It's a lovely one. It works really well together. The blonde chocolate just brings it all together basically. So for this one, yeah, very happy. I'm trying to, don't know. I'll just try another half of it maybe. Don't eat too much of it because I'm having a. You can see there. Yeah, I mean, it still is quite creamy, you know what I mean? It's still got that way inclined, but it definitely just seems to work a bit better together, I would say. I don't think it's still a bit much, if you know what I mean, but it definitely comes together quite well. I think like then, for instance, I think I got more of the vanilla cream than I did of the caramel, but I feel like it's a lot nicer with that blonde chocolate for sure. Yeah, so I think I give the one 3. So between a 3.5 and a 4, I gave the one slightly up, rather than a 2.5, I gave it a 3. I think rather than a 3.5, I'll give this one a 4. I'll give it the same benefit of the doubt, but it's definitely closer to a 3.5, just because of the fact that it's still at the end of the day got a lot of that vanilla cream in the centre, but it does all work together a lot better in this case. But depending on how you eat it, depending on how much you get at the same time, you could still experience a bit too much of that vanilla sort of creamy centre. But there we go. But nice. Just about to try the Galaxy one. Yes, Adriano's mentioned about the Galaxy eggs before. Well, mini eggs or a full size one. Yes. The Galaxy creamy truffles are amazing. I think have I still got one of those to review? I'm trying to think now. I think I might have Galaxy creamy truffles. Did I? Oh yes, no, I think those are the ones I really liked. I really enjoyed those actually. Yeah, they were really nice. You're right. They're really, really nice. Those. I thought the ones that they did in the regular ones were really poor. Not the regular ones, but they did like a big box set of truffles, didn't they? And they were just really disappointing. But the creamy truffles, the regular one, they just taste really nice. Very reminiscent of the old truffles from celebrations back in the day. Basically, just like eating a bar, though. I do like Galaxy. I was saying before, it's just got such nice chocolate Galaxy. Just one of the very few sort of creamy, chocolatey products that I do actually quite like. Yeah, I've always got time for Galaxy chocolate. Very nice. Right, just tidying up a bit. Tidying up. The crispy eggs are disappointing. Have I had those ones? I'm trying to think. Which ones are these ones, QP? Which ones are those? I don't know if I've had those. I might not have had them. Crispy eggs. Galaxy crispy eggs. I'm not sure I've had them. Yeah, can't think so anyway. Let's have a look. Yeah, I'll just see might have been merging all things into one. Let's have a see. Crispy eggs. In general. Oh, just... okay, I see. Yes. Oop, that's all right anyway. Well, fully crisp, and it's just come out about 5 mil with lots of crisps. That's why. Okay. Yeah, I think one I do like though. Well, do you mean the crispy eggs in the Ferrero ones? Because they've got their label as crispy eggs. I think I was quite a big fan of those Ferrero eggs actually. Yeah, but in general, I see. Yeah, it's one of those. I think but I think if you mean those Ferrero ones, I actually really like those. I hope you don't mean those because I really enjoyed those ones. But yeah, I haven't tried them. Okay, I do recommend them specifically. I've got them for a friend actually. Got them down there somewhere. Yeah, they're really recommend those. They're sort of really good quality stuff. Yeah, are they kind of down there? Where have I put them? Can't see where I've put them now. I think I've just got them off down here. Let's see if I can just find them. Hang on, wait a second. Whoop. They're just literally just off camera here. I'm still here, just about. There's one. I've got one of them. There's two of them. There you go. Let's do it. Must falling over that. Here we go. Yeah, these ones here. Yes, they are called. I think they're called crispy eggs. There we go. So that's. I highly recommend these, everyone. These are sort of top tier products. I think. I actually thought these ones would be the nicest ones, but I think these ones might be better actually. These sort of hazelnut ones, hazelnut cream ones. But yeah, there are Ferrero Rocher mini eggs. They're not that great. Basically, they're sort of like similar to the Ferrero Rocher bars, basically. A bit disappointed. I've not actually reviewed those officially yet. I need to do that. But yeah, if you see these ones, I don't know, where did I get these from? I think I got them from, was it B&M? I feel like it wasn't B&M, but I don't know where I've been if it wasn't B&M. Yeah, I think it must have been B&M. Yeah, both of these are available. They're I think you can only get these ones in Asda, I think, and other places. I've only seen these ones in Asda and Tesco, but you can get the cocoa ones. Yeah, I really recommend these. These are sort of top tier products, these for sure. Yeah, far better than the Ferrero Rocher mini eggs, which are reasonably disappointing. Those ones are very nice. Really recommend them. I can't recommend them enough, actually. Look interesting. They're very nice indeed. I really do. Yeah, as I say, well, let me know if you get them. Let me know if you try them. But they're very good. Very good. And hi there, Joe. Great to see you. How are you doing today, Joe? How's things going for you? Hope you're doing all right. Yeah, great to see you as well. Good turnout today. Great to see everyone. Hope you're all doing well. And the clocks go, yeah, just as a warning, by the way, Joe, you reminded me, and Adriana as well, the clocks in the UK go forward, basically. So it'll be 1 hour further ahead, I think is the gist of it. So what was normally whatever time, your time, it'll be 1 hour later going forward for the lives and things. So don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. Hopefully it won't affect things too badly. But yeah, the gist of it is it will be a bit later going forward. I can't believe it's... yeah, come back so quickly. Yeah, well. Right, so what have we got? Yeah, a couple more left. I think, yeah, Andrew was saying before about M&Ms and, well, Mars chocolate. A couple of M&Ms ones. So I've got these M&Ms products here. So these are the kind of things you sort of, I don't know, see around Easter time, don't you? You kind of dismiss them sometimes, but see if they're any good. They look pretty nice. I quite like the look of them. You can see them both side by side. So I think they're sort of hiding in bunny outfits, I think. They've, yes. Actually, not a real bunny. Well, bunny and a chicken, actually. This is a chicken one, isn't it? You can see there. Yeah, okay, there we go. Didn't register that first. So I assume not actual real animals that they've hijacked the bodies of. Hopefully not. It's a bit sinister. I think they're costumes, presumably. Okay. And you do well. Great to see, Joe. Great to see. Yeah. What are you up to? Any plans for Easter, Joe? Any plans for Easter? And yeah, what's all your Easter plans? I don't. Do people really in the UK? I don't know if you really specifically do anything for Easter. I've never done. Maybe a long weekend of things. Maybe see people. But yeah. Then what's your Easter plans, everyone? Yes, I thought it'd be 1 hour earlier. Good to know. Yeah, it's one of those I always can remember. Yeah, spring forward, fall back. I think that's the gist of it. So that's how I always remember. So spring go forward, fall or autumn go back. Even though it's a weird one actually because I don't really call it fall in the UK, but my mum always used to say that. So that's how I remember as well. Yeah, they look cute. Yeah, they do look pretty nice, don't they? Yeah, so we'll see. I mean, I assume you'd think this one would have peanut M&Ms in, but I don't know. Is it just the same? Are they both the same? I mean, that's the question, isn't it? So we'll see. We'll give them an open and find out, I think. So they might both be exactly the same here. They shouldn't be, though. I feel like, I would expect this one to be peanut-based because it's got the peanut guy. I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe they're both exactly the same. That's what we review them for, so we'll find out. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's not like a quarter. I mean, it's just something like you're not. 1/4 is 25 grams. But I mean, you're not gonna. I mean, that's a stupid thing to say anyway. But I guess a quarter of it's 131 calories. Okay, that's what it's trying to say. So we've got milk chocolate with M&Ms. Okay, M&Ms minis. 15% milk chocolate in a coloured sugar shell. So it is just regular M&Ms, I think. So they're both probably the same. Actually, I thought they'd be different, but it looks like they're both exactly the same. It's a bit of a shame. So 400 grams, 522 calories, 28 grams of fat, 17 of which are saturated. So I assume, yeah. So that's a bit disappointing, isn't it? So you might get this thinking that one of them would be the peanut one. So we'll open the one that you'd think would be the peanut one and see if it is that, definitely that. But yeah, 122 calories. So I think they are about the same, really. Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know what date Easter is. Yeah, well, I didn't really. It was basically, I think it's the 8th or the 9th of April, basically. So 2 weeks today, I think. Yeah, 2 weeks today, 2 weeks tomorrow. Is just a bit. I know that just purely because I've got to. Going to do obviously the Easter special. Probably doing a chocolate egg or chocolate. Yeah, it's happy to just. So that's how I know. Otherwise, I wouldn't know either. Yeah, but anyway, got a long bank holiday then, QP, so it'll be worth it. Yeah, 2 days off. And it's a new holiday year for me as well, so maybe I can take a couple of days either side to give it something a bit more, a bit longer. You never know, might try that out. Always a good thing to take advantage of these bank holidays. Then you get like a 2-day weekend or 3-day weekend either side, wouldn't you? So that's not bad. Yeah, and so quite some bank holidays coming up as well in May, because of the coronation, things like this, and May Day anyway. So you work that out quite well. You could get 2 or 3 weeks off with very minimal holiday expenditure. So yeah, that's my advice. Check that out and get those holidays in quick before other people do. All right, yeah, so here we go. So we got it down here. So I think we'll try this one then. So yeah, unfortunately, I thought these would be different. I think, well, it's part of what we do, I guess, in the channel, isn't it? But you'd expect this one to be peanut M&Ms. Just picking it up, I would expect that really. I mean, I guess if you look closely, well, even then, you could say that's a peanut-shaped one. But they're all sort of, even on this one, they're the same shape. So, all right. Spend some time with family and be thankful for sure. Oh, it's very nice, Joe. Yeah, that should be good. The way it should be, really. Have a nice time, relaxing time. Some people get away though, don't they? You can get away for a time as well, I guess. Where do you go on holiday for, Joe? Do you do holidaying anywhere nice? It'd be like being in South America. I guess you've got lots of local countries to go to and things. What it'd be like, really. All right, let's give this a bit of an open. I'm trying to do it on that camera, but it's a bit too big to fit in very well. Let's see. So I assume they're going to be the same. Might open them both just to see if they're the same shape as well. Maybe one of them. Okay, let's have a look. So, got the shape here of this one. It does look to be a different shape actually. It does seem to be the peanut guy. It has that elongated shape. Stands up quite well. So we'll open this one. So we'll see if it has a different design on it. I think that's going to be the only difference if there is one. I mean, I guess that's something. Although it does seem to be, a bit pointless if that's the case. Well, no, it's exactly the same design look. So they've both got, unless it's random, but they've both got the same design on the inside. So they're both the same, both the sort of the peanut guy rather than the regular M&Ms guy. So that's a bit disappointing, but the design's pretty good all the same. I'll just move the other camera away. It's got a nice bunny tail on the back, a distinct tail as well. It's not just a shape. Yeah, overall it looks alright. There's no detail on the bunny itself. It's just on the M&Ms guy, but I think that's probably fair enough. But it's a bit of a shame that they're both the same design. As I say, it could be random. It could be that sometimes you do get the other guy. But you know, unfortunately all the wrappers come off a bit. I don't know which one you get really. I guess the eyes on this one are quite, they're the chicken eyes. That's the eyes of the guy, aren't they? Yeah, so you see he's got the sort of smirk and half eyes there, half moon eyes. So I think it probably, it's a bit like a combination of them both really. The eyelids and things. The peanut guy has the eyelids, I'm not sure, but anyway, disappointing. We have to rush off, have a lovely rest of the day, live day, yes. Have a good one, keep it with your family. Hope you have a nice time. Good to see you again. Yes. You stay at home, you love it, yeah. Well, I'm a bit like that as well, Joe. I just have to, just need a bit of a rest. It is the way forward, I think. I agree with you there. Why not? Well, I'll tell you what, let's give one an open. Well, bash it open, shall we? How do we do it? So, that's the problem with Easter, is murdering these chocolate bunnies, it's always, always horrible to do. All right. There we go. Okay. So you can see the M&Ms minis there. A hollow egg. Funny smell actually. It smells a little bit of fish food in there for some reason. Like that smell when you get those weird flakes of fish food. I mean the ice cream. It sort of came out then. I don't know why that was. That's very strange. I'm sure it doesn't really smell of that, but that's we can see there are quite a lot of mini M&Ms. I wish they were full-size ones. I don't think there's any reason for them to be mini ones. And it has made it, I don't know. Why are they mini ones, really? Why not just full-size ones? We do get quite a lot of them. But I don't see why they're not full-size M&Ms, Let's give it a quick, I know if it's worth counting these, to be honest with you, but we'll do it. Why not? We'll do it. I assume roughly the same. Not quite, it's not, doesn't mean as much, does it, as if they were actual M&Ms. I feel like they're a bit, I don't know, very pointless. I just don't get why they're mini M&Ms. Why not just full-size ones? Maybe they rattle about a bit more, you could say. But 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 44 in there is the gist of it. Alright, so I think Andrew would be a fan of these, being the Mars chocolate. First bunny with a face on its belly, yes. That's a good point, isn't it? Yeah, they're meant to be in the costume, basically. So they're meant to be putting on a bunny costume, or I don't know, I'm assuming they're not. I'm assuming it's a costume anyway, not not something sinister going on with various rabbits or whatever. But there was a chicken in the other case as well. So it's a bit of a shame. That is one of a bit of a shame, the way that they've got a general design. One's not the chicken design or what have you on the inside. I guess with the tail as well. I don't know. Never really be a chicken with that tail. It does look distinct like a bunny. It's hard to imagine that shape turn into a chicken shape, even though on the design on the wrapper it did have the sort of the ears with these bits of whatever it's called, the waddle, whatever it's called, of the chicken, or the crest, I guess. All right, let's give it a bit of a taste then, shall we? Let's have a go with the chocolate. Let's see. I think Andrew will be a fan of this Mars chocolate. Let's have a see. Don't think maybe I'll bother. Maybe I will open new one just to see how many eggs are in it, just to check it. How many mini M&Ms are in it. But let's give us a taste. It does taste quite Galaxy-like. Andrew before was talking about the fact that it's not quite the same as Galaxy, but it does taste very Galaxy-like. Actually, I don't know. It's very nice. Maybe it's not quite. I don't know if it's quite the same or not, but it does taste a bit like it. Really a bit like what he's saying. It's just not quite the same, but it does taste quite nice actually. I'm quite happy with it. To be honest with you, I do feel it's not a million miles away from Galaxy. I don't know if it's not. If Andrew hadn't mentioned that before, I would be very tempted to say it was the same as Galaxy. At least in this case, maybe not generally, but it does taste very Galaxy-like. It's nice. It's a nice chocolate. More so than when I've had it on a regular Mars bar or a M&M's bar and things. This tastes just like maybe it's a bit less like it. I don't know. It's very similar though. It's very similar to Galaxy chocolate. It might be a slight difference, but it tastes very similar. So it might be, say Andrew probably was spot on before, but I'll say if he hadn't mentioned it, I would have said, oh yeah, it's just exactly like Galaxy, But there does taste a bit of a slight difference insofar as maybe it's the fact that it's a bit thinner, so it's, I don't know, or it's got some kind of coating to stop it sticking to other things like the mini M&Ms. So I'm not sure, but It does taste very nice. It's nice. It's a nice chocolate, actually. Yeah, I think Andrew was right before. Would it be a good idea to fill the bunny with M&Ms and increase the price? Well, that's a good point, Jar. They would just, yeah, exactly. They probably would be, there'd be fewer in there, wouldn't they? So it'd rattle a lot more. If they had the same amount, they would increase the price, probably, yeah. So, I don't know, but would it be generally a good idea? I mean, if it was the same weight, I don't think they'd have to increase the price in theory. Whether they would have to for other reasons, I don't know. But you're definitely right. There'd be fewer M&Ms in there for the same amount of mini M&Ms, of course. So it might be a bit disappointing. But I don't, maybe. I mean, how many was there? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 35, 40, 44. You'd probably say, let's just say there'd be 11 M&Ms in there. Each one's worth 4 mini M&Ms. So still quite a substantial amount. I think I'd be happy with there being just 11 M&Ms in there. I don't think that'd be too problematic. Yeah, the colour distribution's not too bad as well. By the way, just to say, you do get, on some of them at least, what I think is an M on these mini M&Ms. See there's like an M on it, yeah. Some of them don't have it at all though. Let's give them a taste. I feel like the chocolate in the M&Ms is not the same as the chocolate on this one. And I'm sure this is straight up Galaxy chocolate. It's very similar. It's a nice chocolate. I like it. Either way, it's nice. This is a nice product, this one. I feel the design's a bit disappointing. It's a shame they've not got the peanut M&Ms for the one that looks like it's the peanut guy. Yeah, they don't do mini peanut M&Ms as far as I know, though, unfortunately, probably for obvious reasons, but they don't. So, but that is a bit of a shame. I think that's disappointing. But overall, it's not too bad, actually. I think the chocolate one, I actually think it's quite nice. I think the chocolate's very nice. Surprisingly enough, I would never normally have said, M&M's chocolate, whatever, is the best, but as I say, in this form, it does come across as a pretty much Galaxy chocolate. And I'll say the mini M&Ms, I don't know, they come across more as regular M&M's chocolate. It's okay. It might be the sugar shell that's making it taste a bit, a bit M&M's like, if that makes sense. But yeah, the rabbit itself, I think, tastes really good. And the chocolate's very nice for that. I think for me, I'm quite happy with this one, really. I feel like, I'll say, this is the milk chocolate one I'm rating. I think I'm going to say, yeah, a good 4, 4.5. Maybe a 4 out of 5, I think. I think it's pretty nice. I think it's a really nice chocolate, as I say. Just tastes like Galaxy, The mini M&Ms have had a bit of a crunch. I wish they were regular size M&Ms. I don't see why they're not. It seems a bit disappointing, that. But as I say, it does add some more of a rattle. So there is that. I guess that might be the only reason. And you do feel a bit like you're getting more, maybe. For some, maybe. But yeah, I think for me, I would definitely prefer it to be full-size M&Ms, and I think it's a bit poor that it's not really. Now the other one, which, well, I say this isn't really. This could be the peanut one, but they're exactly the same. But I'll view this as the peanut one. This one, it's just a shame that it's not actually got peanuts inside. We'll give it an open and see. We'll count how many M&Ms there are inside just to check they're the same. But I mean, it's one of those. Let's have a look. All right. Yeah, so you can see it's basically the same, and the same on the inside as well. Let's pour them out. We'll give them a count. Well, there's a couple stuck in actually. There we go. Okay. So the chocolate's quite thick, quite thin, but thick enough. I think you saw me tap it there, and it didn't break. So it's not bad. Obviously thick at the top and things. The chocolate's okay. I'm happy with the thickness of it. It's not massively thick, but it's not thin. It's just about right. Let's just give these a count then, I mean, it's a bit over the top. Well, we'll count them. All right. A good colour distribution. Never the colour particularly matters, but there's definitely different colours, I think, if it matters. So we had 44 before, didn't we? I think we've definitely got either, well, maybe a bit more this time. Yeah, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40, 45. 46 this time, so 2 more. So I guess that is one thing with having mini M&Ms. You're probably more likely to get more of them, or different, more in other cases rather than the same, because they're obviously a bit harder to get the weight perfect, I guess, or to get the amount perfect. Yes. You mean you think you'd like it? Yeah, you'd. Yeah, I think you would enjoy these. I think you would enjoy these, Jam. They're nice. They're nice. Not bad at all. Obviously not peanut butter or anything like that, unfortunately, but But yeah, these ones, it's exactly the same as the other one. There's no difference, As I say, it's a shame they're not peanut ones. I think that's the problem with this one. Can I mark it down because of that? I don't know. Well, I mean, it is exactly the same as the other one. So for all intents and purposes, it's a 4 out of 5. But I think, you know, from looking at it, the design on the actual egg, well, the rabbit, you know, it wasn't the chicken on the inside. It's the same generic shape. But, you know, they hadn't got the different guy on the design, which I think is disappointing. But it's understandable, but disappointing. I think for me, I would definitely be expecting peanut M&Ms. I'd be expecting full-size M&Ms in the other one, really. But I guess I can tolerate the mini M&Ms. But in this one, I'll definitely be expecting peanut M&Ms, and they're not, you know, they're not peanut M&Ms. They're just the mini ones, you know. Standard fare. And you do that in the M&Ms bars as well. So when you get a peanut M&Ms bar, there's mini M&Ms in it with peanuts in or whatever. I'm sure that's the case anyway. And if it's a brownie one, there's mini M&Ms with brownie. You don't get sort of brownie M&Ms in it or peanut M&Ms, you know. And they could do it if they wanted to, even, you know, or some way or another. So it's kind of the thing with M&Ms that I don't like, the way they just use mini M&Ms. And well, in this case, don't even have peanuts, you know, so there's no peanut in this one. So I think for that reason, I think, you know, I just picked it up assuming it was the peanut guy. I didn't realise they were the same, because that's what you'd think when looking at it. I would say anyway, you know, so you could be disappointed there. And in fact, when I did look online, I was wondering why I couldn't find the peanut one. I was trying to find images of it, so when I did find it, I had to find a sort of very small image of them both together, both designs, but it was always the chocolate. It just said always the chocolate one. So I thought, there's no one selling the peanut one, and it's because there isn't a peanut one. It's just a different design. So I think that's a bit misleading, I would say. So I'm going to mark it down half mark for that, 3.5 out of 5. But it's basically the same product. So, you know, you just got to bear in mind that it's a bit misleading, really, unfortunately. I think that's a bit. I don't think that's on. I think it's a bit poor, that, because that's the whole thing with the M&Ms, isn't it? They've got that branding, got the peanut guy and the regular guy, you know. And when you see the peanut guy, you expect it to be peanut M&Ms, and that's not what I got. So I'm a bit disappointed with that, I think. So yeah, I think that's a bit poor, that. So something to bear in mind. So, you know, yeah. So there we go. Interesting. But there we go, guys. That brings us to the end. Yes, of this Easter special. I don't think I'll be doing a live next week. I might not be. Basically, I think I might have other things on, unfortunately. But I'll see. I'll post an update to let you know. I will definitely be doing one at the Easter weekend. So it should be a Hotel Chocolo special, assuming the egg arrives in time. Yes, so it's going to be one of those. We do one every year. Past 3 or 4 years, I think, of maybe 3 years, I think, maybe not 2 or 3, I don't know, however many years I've been doing them. Yeah, so a Hotel Chocolo expensive egg special, not the ostrich egg. Maybe one day I'll do a splurge and get the £90 ostrich egg or whatever it is, but which is monetary pounds. If it actually weighs £90, maybe it does. But it's the £30 one. I've gone for another one this time. I've done 2 others in the past, maybe 3. I don't know how many we've done. Really. I think I've done 3 of them. But I've got. Well, I don't know. I'm not sure. Got 2 boxes at least. So yeah, should be a good one, that one. But yeah, have a great Saturday as well, Jan. Have a good one. Great to see you. Great to see you, QP, as well. And Jen, of course. Yes, and Adriana from before, and Andrew as well. Yes, good turnout today. And anyone else who's watching, hope you have a really lovely day. And thanks so much for all your support, everyone. And QP as well. I don't know if I think I might mention you. I'm not sure. But enjoy your time with your family, QP, as well, if you're still there. I don't think you are, but there we go. All right, guys. Thanks so much, everyone, for watching. Take care. Have a great day. And I'll see you next time. Bye for now. See ya.